Hey guys, this is a video for anybody feeling alone on their spiritual journey. I just got to thinking today when I was meditating, I was like, I can't be the only one that feels this way. It's like you discover spirituality and it's like this big thing that really helps you out. And well, I guess I'll take my glasses off so it looks a little better. No, I can't really see myself now. That'd be good. Yeah, I just hope this isn't too rambly. Like I'm not used to going on video and stuff. I just felt like I just really wanted to get my voice out there and see who resonates with me about this feeling alone on this spiritual path and journey. So I heard someone say you're kind of like forced on it by your soul, and that makes sense. When I first discovered it, it was like law of attraction, and never really had any luck with that. And then the law of assumption, and like yeah, like small things would happen, but nothing ever really big or like game changing or life changing or nothing. And there's all this stuff about like oneness, and I'm all for that. And like I've felt times of oneness, but I think even that can go too far because then people end up getting like spiritual egos and spiritual superiority. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like when I found out about like third eye opening and like being able to talk to spirit guides and stuff, like I really wanted that too. It never really so far unfolded the way I wanted it to in that regard. Can't see spirits yet, or like, I think they're always talking to us like in our mind and stuff. But it can get like I try to be present, but like I can overthink a lot, so that probably gets in the way. And it's like I don't know. I feel like there's maybe like the next step of like people share more like their personal experiences, and like I hope you guys can hear this okay because I had to turn my fan on low because I live with my grandma and she's 77 and can't hear very well, and she keeps the TV up like super loud, so I figured it was better the low fan sound than the TV going. Yeah, I guess I just like, I'm really grateful that spirituality found me and I found out about this stuff. I'm like, and it gives you like a sense of purpose, having a higher calling, and figuring out that there's different ways that you can heal yourself that are beyond the conventional methods that don't really work for a lot of people. And like, I do try to think positive or even be neutral because I feel like being neutral is the best place you can be in. It's more peaceful, and you're on this roller coaster of up and down. And it feels to me like the people that are always saying like they're up here kind of lying about it or exaggerating, because they want to look good and impress people. And it goes back to the whole spiritual ego and superiority complex and things. It's like I feel like eventually I'll have like the full third eye open and like that kind of stuff, but it's been more painful for sure, and like it sucks like not being able to have that right now. And I'm kind of like glad in the sense that it didn't happen because it helped me develop more emotional IQ and emotional maturity, and like feel like for the life I've had, like no matter how much spiritual power or spiritual knowledge or whatever you want to label it as like comes my way, like I'm gonna remain humble, I don't know. I guess people see oneness like it's just love, but I see oneness with like all emotions or even experiences. Like if somebody goes through something bad or is going bad too, like it's like, that could happen to me sort of thing. I feel like not above any experience happening to me as well, just because it happened to somebody else and I may be an older soul and understand things on a more intuitive or higher level. Yeah, it's been a rough journey so far. I guess that's the part I don't like about it. It feels like it's more downs and ups. Like the energy feels like real emotional for a lot of people right now. I've noticed, which is good because I feel like we all need that emotional healing. Like, I think in some respects, people like don't want to place blame on like their parents or how they grew up, and that's not really about blame placing. It's about acknowledging traumas that happened to you and feeling the emotions you didn't fully feel whenever you were that child. Re-parenting yourself basically. And like, I just feel like tired a lot of days. Like I've had like pretty extensive history of like depression and stuff. If like we go on to like more personal, like I think they said the first spiritual awakening happened around like the first big one was like 2012 or something like that. Like I got out of high school, like I didn't really have like I don't know what it is with me that's like different about people. I never really had like that passion like that I wanted to go after, like for career. So I just like went to Walmart and stocked shelves overnight for a while for about 8 months, and then was playing. I did like playing poker online. That was fun. I got the bright idea that I could do this full time and stuff because other people had, and quit my job and ended up going broke over that. And to make matters worse, my girlfriend at the time, I knocked her up. And of course, she ended up being like covert narcissist, which was like similar to my mom, which was like a whole psychology thing. Like, of course, we don't have nothing to do with each other now. It was like off and on for like 3 years. And well, I think it was like 18 to 20. I haven't even really dated that much and single a long time and used to put more effort into it. I don't even really try anymore. Yeah, and then do several jobs and I can never really stick at some place. Like the next like job I really like needed to like hold down for like my family was like chicken place and it was like you had to like go really fast and I'm just like not really fast like processing with like my I'm really not much of a my hands I'm not much of a manual worker. And then the last job I had I just like couldn't sleep good and stuff. So that was making me like paranoid and stuff like that, and just like freakish. It's like pretty much shot my nervous system, to sum it up, and had a nervous breakdown and ended up having to go to the mental hospital. And my parents were supportive for about like 6 months, and they didn't want nothing to do with me anymore. And I really wasn't myself, and I didn't really have much emotional support really. It's just like so weird because like I didn't even like, I don't know, like it was just like in my, it's always in my nature to be like loving and accepting of people. Like I didn't even think of them as like narcissists and stuff at the time. And like I kind of agree with the spiritual community shouldn't put labels on people and judgment, but I mean like it's like let's be real, we all do it, and I think it's more the attachment to the label. It's the problem in the label itself. It's like attachment's like a big problem with all things. I mean I still have trouble with it, but I feel like most things, well, there's some things I'm not attached to. But yeah, like I didn't even like have like those labels on them and stuff, and I guess they were like disappointed in me because I wasn't working and was having issues and needed help. And my grandma let me move in with her, and I tried for disability for like 11 or 12 years just because like depression and anxiety and stuff. And yeah, I still like spirituality thing like uplifted me, but I still got depressed sometimes. Like I guess I just thought like maybe this is like they're finally gonna like tell me like this is your purpose in life, this is what you're meant to do. And I feel like my life story is part of that, like telling it. You know, doesn't really seem that special to me. Like, you know, it's not like the movies or books or got these magical psychic spiritual powers, or I got the girl, or I got the riches, or nothing like that. You know? I guess there is something to be said for resilience, you know, especially when you don't really have much emotional support. Like, that's like a huge thing. I feel like we all need more of. Like, I'm even like I've been in therapy before, but I feel like it's been a couple years and I feel like calling to go back. And I feel like I'm set up with a really good therapist. Like, so that's helping some, you know. I think it helps more like know what you're going for too. Because before I'm like didn't really know exactly what to address. That kind of helps them like steer things to help you. And I'm gonna be 35 in August. Of Virgo, August 30th. I'm hoping like I'm like trapped in this like karmic cycle with my family and just like this whole thing with this like being taken for granted by them and other people. I'm like I've been better about setting boundaries and saying no, but like when you live with somebody, it's like you can't really do that all the time. Like, I love her, but like she'll just like walk in the room and like even before I did this live, like she did that and she's like, God, you're hateful and all this and stuff. And it's like, well, you're not respecting my space here. You just knock and just walk in. Like, I'm all for like respecting your elders and stuff. But like, you know, anybody that's lived with like the elderly, especially the ones that like they want the ultimate respect up here, but then they give you like this much respect, and they're like, what's the problem? It's like, it's not that hard to figure out, really. Like, I don't even want to be like, I mean, if Spirit wanted me to, I'd be like a coach or mentor or whatever, but I don't really want to do that. Like, what I'd really like to do is just like something that has more of like massive impact and stuff to like speed things up and we get to like the new Earth faster. And, like, it's like I know like there's all this like manifestation and different realities and stuff. I feel like I don't know. In my mind, we're all going together. I feel like people aren't going to get left behind like people think. Like maybe your perception is that you're living in like 5D or whatever, but there's still wars going on and there's still this, you know what I mean? It's like you're not really truly in the 5D. Everything going on around you isn't maybe in your mind and your little world, but not in the world that we're all living in and shared experience, collective. Say the most surprising thing is like I thought I'd get more friends, you know, because I feel like I'm fairly intelligent, like I can catch on concepts and I like talking about things. And I haven't really found that many spiritual friends, and currently I got zero. Like there's a few people I've talked to, and it just kind of faded away. And it's like I don't know, like I'm always the type of person like I blame myself. Like, what did I do? Where did I go wrong here? You know? But I feel like I don't know if it's them or we got different paths or I don't know. Maybe it's I get too personal with people, or it's like my energy or something. It's weird because like I feel like I don't get too personal, but like I like to like see things from how they see things, if that makes sense. Like their story and their perception. Like I mean, I already know how I see things, so it's not really interesting to me. You know? So it's like, oh, how do you see this? How do you feel about this kind of deal? It's weird. It's like people think that like talking about your feelings is like this negative thing, and like we gotta like intellectualize everything. I feel like the new earth isn't gonna be real like that. Really gonna be like that. It's gonna be people are gonna be more open. It's not that big a deal, you know. Because the biggest thing I compare it to is we're much closer to God's spirit, existence, whatever you want to call it, when we're children. And do we make a big deal about it if a child is mad for 5 minutes or they cry for 5 minutes and just let them do their thing and we move on, you know? So like it's like as an adult, if you do that, it's like, oh no, you got bad vibes. You know, some of these spiritual people, I gotta stay away from you. You know, it's crazy. To me, it's like, you know, regardless of whatever psychic powers and all this stuff, you know, to me, we're going back to that heart led, being a child before the trauma. To put it simply. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any like. I mean, I try to was meditating for a while for 30 minutes a day. And here lately, like, well, I can even do like 15 minutes and just try to breathe. And Any tips for anybody to try to meditate for at least 15 minutes if that's all you can do? And I'd like to do yoga one day, but I feel like I would like a teacher, or at least my own space to do it in. It's kind of hard to do it here with my grandma. Tried it and it didn't really work out too well, but walking around is good for you. Like, I don't even have like places I can go. Like, there ain't no ocean by me, there ain't really rivers close by or lakes. I just got a pond in a little tiny park in a tiny town. When I feel like your spirit team just wants you to do the best you can with that. Yeah, basically the message is feeling alone really sucks. I really think in the future there is going to be more community. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to happen. I guess people just buying up land and inviting people to come live there that they connect with a soul family. That's another thing that drives me crazy though. I feel like I haven't found a soul family yet to really connect with. It's not just like this fleeting come and go thing that's like a consistent presence in my life. Like, yeah, I don't know about you guys, but like my family were not really close, and I know it's not my fault. It's just like I love with my grandma. It's probably the one I'm closest to, but even we don't see eye to eye a lot, and I try to keep things calm and peaceful, but it takes two. And I got like some cousins I can go and visit, but I keep in touch once in a while. Like, I'm not really like a mainstay or much of a factor in their lives. And then my mom and dad and a lot of their family that's kind of cut me out, or they'll talk to me once in a while through like online. And I got a few friends that I can talk to, but they just like they don't even like I'll even try to talk to one of my friends about spiritual stuff, and like he'll listen, but he doesn't really understand it. Yeah, I just don't really have people that like get me, even though I make the effort. And, like, yeah, it's like so bad. I'm like back to like my therapist suggested mental health groups, and then I even thought about like going to the senior center to talk to people. It's like just to get some interaction, but that kind of sucks too. Like I don't look down on people and see myself as better than anybody, but it's like conversations are better when people like resonate with you more, and like I don't know. Guess I just really crave that like soul family, talking to them, kind of thing, rather than just regular everyday conversations, really like deeper conversations and surface level stuff. But anyways, I think I'll end this video now. But yeah, let's figure out how to make this and see if anybody watched or not. And who knows, maybe we can talk online if you want to. Okay, you guys have a good one.